is better than best. And I'm going to do this with a personal story of one of my heroes growing up, Michael Jordan. He is one of the best basketball players to have ever lived. You probably already know this, and if you don't, look him up. He was fantastic. Check him out on YouTube. Watch how well he played. Now, notice I have to speak about his skill or his performance in the past. This is because Michael Jordan once was better than he is today, even though he's still considered one of the best of all time. But if we put Michael Jordan up to someone like LeBron James, who's arguably the best today, who would win this match? Even if they had teams together, who would end up winning most likely? More often than not, who would end up winning? And I would almost say the same is true for a rookie. I mean, Michael Jordan's in his 50s. He's not going to be able to keep up with somebody fresh out of college, most likely. I mean, and even if he could, eventually, let's say 10 years from now, the same players playing against each other, Michael really wouldn't be able to keep up. His physical body would not be able to keep up, even if his mind wanted to. And let's say it's not even 10 years. Let's say it's 50 years from now. He'd be 100 years old. He probably won't be able to play basketball with a 20-year-old. Now, maybe there's some advancements in biological technology that I don't know about, but if we keep things as they were today and as they've always been as far as we know, he will not be able to do that. So what once was best with time becomes not best. Why? Because there's so many others out there trying to be better. And I used Michael Jordan as an example, but he doesn't have the same advantage as a company might or a computer might, right? So Michael Jordan's physical body will start to wear and tear. It already has. All of our bodies do that. We're human. That's what happens. But the same thing happens with companies, right? We have companies that have been around for a very, very long time. Some of them are committed to being the best of the time. Others are committed to being better today than they were yesterday. And this is what I want to impart on you. I want you to dedicate yourself to being better every single day and committing to this idea of better, because better is better than best. Now, here's another example of that from my own personal life. When I first started learning how to code, when I first started out, I was not very good. In fact, I was downright bad. But what I decided was I wasn't going to decide to be the best, and I still don't decide that. What I decided was I'm going to commit myself to being better than I was yesterday. And now, probably about a decade later, I have been so committed to becoming better at building technology. It's actually been more than a decade now at building technology every single day. There was a time that I wasn't as committed as I am now, but since I've been so committed to it, I've become significantly better. I've helped others get better. And more importantly, more than anything, this concept or this idea of better and best has radically shifted in my mind. So I'm actually not competing against other people. I'm competing against what my best can possibly be. And every day that should be challenged. It should be pushed every single day to get a little bit better every day, even if it's just a small amount. If I can do that, then I know that in 10 years, how much better I will feel and how much better I know that I will become is going to be better than it is today. And that way I'll be a better version of myself then. And I'm hoping that you guys do the same thing. I'm hoping that you take this same commitment and not compare yourself to what other people are doing, right? Don't compare yourself to what my version of better is. You should compare yourself to what your version of better is and take that as one of your sole responsibilities in life. Whether it's a better friend, a better family member, a better worker, whatever it is, you get to choose this mindset. You get to choose to become better every single day. Now, just because you choose this as a guiding principle doesn't mean that you have to be hard on yourself if you did worse today than yesterday, or if you did worse this week, this month, or this year. You just have to remember, like I do, I'm saying this to remind myself too, we have to remember that we are dedicated to becoming better and not worried about the goal line, the end of it all, whether or not people say that we're the best. What matters is that we commit to something that's bigger than ourselves, and we do this by improving every day. So when you commit yourself to being a better family member, for example, the bigger than ourselves there is family. Like, there's other people involved there. Same with being a better friend or a better worker. The bigger than yourself is those other people. And when you commit yourself to being better, that means that you do have to take on more responsibility. It means that now you can no longer blame others for where you are, because you have committed yourself to becoming better, that you can pinpoint the things that you think you need to get better on and improve them. And then hopefully you create enough of a safe environment that the people around you can tell you what you can get better on as well. So I look at better as a better mindset than becoming best, because I believe that time withers away best, and sometimes you get lucky and become better than everybody else. Maybe it's because you got lucky with genetics. Maybe it's because you got lucky by going first. Maybe. There's a lot of reasons why somebody else might declare you as best. And there's a lot of reasons why you might declare you as best. Right? So if you're performing better than your peers or better than anyone you know, you might be tempted to say, I am the best at this. Nobody else is better. And although that might be true, but how long will that be true for if you feel like you're done? And I think that's another part of best, is it feels like you're done. It feels like you've completed. You're no longer a work in progress. And where better feels like you are a work in progress. And I believe that the way we use our words and the way we describe our actions has a profound impact on the way we operate in the world. So my question to you is, will you be better today than you were yesterday?